Hi everyone. In last class we have started with the wave optics. We have discussed the how to find the new wavefront when the initial wavefront is given. We have also discussed what is the angle made by the wavefront with the horizontal before refraction, after refraction. All these things we have discussed. So now again we'll go with the next concept. We know that the wave optics is nothing but it is basically combination of waves. It is basically study of combination of waves. It is the combination of waves. Okay. Already we know if there is a source of light. So what equation for this we can write? We can write it as A psi omega t plus kx. Okay. Suppose if wave is coming and it is traveling a distance say x1. So what is the equation at this point? At this point it will become, you can write it as a1 sine omega t, or simply you can take a also, no problem, a sine omega t plus k x1. Similarly there is one more source, so light is coming from here also, say after traveling distance x2. So here you will write it as a sine omega t plus k x2. Suppose sources are different, then amplitudes also maybe are different, A1 and A2. Okay. So now at this point, for this this particle, there are two waves. Okay. So both are SHM. So what is the total wave equation for this one? It is nothing but the vector sum of y1 plus y2. Okay. So if you write it as y equals to, so A1 sin omega t plus k x1 plus a2 sin omega t plus k x2. Okay, so this is what the resultant SHM or resultant wave of this particle, or at this point this is what going to be SHM. If you want to show that this is the wave, you should show that it is following the SHM. That means this equation should be represented in the form of a sin omega t plus pi. If we are able to represent this equation in this format, then only we can say there is a wave or it is a SHM. Okay. So to represent this, to derive at this point, I will consider two simple equations instead of these complications. I will take one equation as y1 equals to say a1 sin omega t plus, just I will take sin omega t, okay, and y2 I will take it as a2 sin omega t plus pi. Okay, so this is what we have two equations. So what is the resultant? I have to add these two, so this will become a1 sin omega t plus sin omega t, so plus a2 sin omega t plus pi. Okay, so now what you can write? You can write as a1 sin omega t plus a2. This will become what? Sin a plus b will become sin a cos b. So sin omega t cos pi plus a2 cos omega t sin pi cos omega t. Okay. So this is what we got it here. So now make omega t is one side. So this will become a1 plus a2 sin omega. Sorry, I will take it cos inside. So a1 plus a2 cos pi. So here what you can write common is sin omega t plus. So here you can write as a2 sin pi into cos omega t. Okay, so this is what the equation we got. So to replace this one, I will substitute as, I can substitute this as what you can write. I can write it as a cos alpha, and this I will write it as a sin alpha. Okay, so now y will become a cos alpha sin omega t plus A sin alpha cos omega t. Okay. So y equals to what you can write? You can take a common. So this is sin a cos b, cos a sin b. So you can write it as just sin omega t plus alpha. This is what the in the form of SHM. So you can say that this combination is also a wave, or it is a simple harmonic motion of the particle. So now we have to substitute the value of A and alpha also. So how we can get the value of A? With the help of these two equations. So what I can write here? A cos alpha equals to A1 plus A2 cos pi. Okay, and what one more we have? One more we have A sin alpha equals to, so A2 sin pi. Okay. Now square and add these two. If I square and add these two, so this will become A square cos square alpha plus sin square alpha. It will become 1 equals to, so whole square of this one. I will write it only A1 plus A2 cos pi, the whole square, and plus A2 square sin pi the square. Okay, sin square pi. So now A square is equals to A1 square plus A2 square cos square pi plus 2 A1 A2 cos pi and plus A2 square sin pi. Okay, A2 square cos square pi plus A2 square sin square pi will become what? This will become 1. This plus this one will become 1. So you can write as just A2 square. So what you got is, you got it as A equals to A or A square. A square is equals to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2 A1 A2 cos pi. Pi is what? It is the phase angle between two waves, or phase difference between two waves. So now resultant amplitude is equals to root of what you can write. You can write it as A1 square plus A2 square plus 2 A1 A2 cos pi. Okay. So this is what the resultant amplitude. Remember, we are going to take much use of this one in this chapter. So then we have to find alpha also. So how we can find alpha? Alpha you can find it as divide equation 2 by 1. Okay. Sin alpha by cos alpha. A will get cancelled, so you will get it as A sin alpha divided by A cos alpha equals to, so A2 sin pi divided by A1 plus A2 cos pi. Okay, A1 plus A2 cos pi. So now this will get cancelled, so this will become tan alpha. So tan alpha equals to A2 sin pi divided by A1 plus A2 cos pi. Okay, so alpha equals to tan inverse of A2 sin pi divided by A1 plus A2 cos pi. Okay, so this is how we can calculate the alpha and A resultant. But in order to not to spend much time, we can use the shortcut by considering the vector. Actually, it is not a vector, but we can consider if you take one amplitude on this side A1 and another amplitude you can take it on this side A2. So resultant you can take it here. Okay. So this is what going to be your alpha. This total is what going to be your pi. Okay. So with the help of the vector addition, with the help of your triangle or parallelogram method, so you can get it the resultant A. So similarly, alpha also you can find it from here. So by using the sine or cos anything, so easily you can find A resultant amplitude and alpha. So finally, what you can write it as A sin omega t plus alpha. When they are given two waves, so suppose there are two waves. Say one is A1 sin omega t plus theta 1, and other is say A2 sin omega t plus theta 2. Now this alpha is going to add with what? This alpha is going to add with the wave whose phase is less. If suppose here also omega t is there, here also omega t is there. Suppose theta 1 is less than theta 2, then your resultant is going to be what? Y equals to a sin omega t plus theta 1 plus omega t. Why I am writing, sorry, not omega t, theta 1 plus alpha. I hope you are getting. The alpha is going to add with that wave equation whose phase is smaller. Here theta 1 is less than this, we have to add alpha to this wave equation. Okay. And if theta 2 is less than this one, then alpha is going to add with this equation. You have to write theta 1, theta 2 also, or pi 1, pi 2 also. It is going to add with the initial wave, initial phase of the wave equation whose phase angle is smaller. Okay, this is how we can get the resultant wave equation. Now I will give the steps to solve the problems of addition of the waves. Before going for steps, we'll go into an example, then you can easily get it. What is the standard form? Standard form is y equals to vector y1 plus vector y2, and I can write it as a1 sin omega t plus, you can take it as pi 1 or kx1, plus a2 sin omega t plus pi 2. Okay, so now suppose for example if it is given like that, y equals to say 4 sin omega t plus 30 degree plus 3 sin omega t plus, you can take it as say 120 degree. Okay, if this is the case, how to get the final wave equation. So if this is the case, you just take two vectors. Okay, so take this as a1 and this as a2. Okay, now first you have to find what is the angle between a1 and a2. What is your a1? a1 is 4, a2 is 3. Then you may get confused that why I have to take a1 is 4 only, why not I take 3 as a a1. So what rules you have to follow is, the phase should be small. Whose phase is small, that you can take it as a1. Here it is 120 degree, here it is 30 degree. So this equation is having the smaller phase. If this is having smaller phase, this amplitude you have to take it as a1 and remaining you can take it as a2. Now find the angle between these two amplitudes. How you can find the angle between these two amplitudes? You can find it as differentiating or taking the difference between two phases. So first is omega t plus 120 minus omega t plus 30. Okay, so subtract these two, omega t will go 120 minus 30 is going to be 90 degrees. Okay, so angle between a1 and a2 is what? 90 degrees. This is a1 and this is going to be a2. Okay, this is what? a2. Now what is angle between these two? 90 degrees they have given. Okay, so where will be resultant? Resultant is going to be somewhere here. Okay, this is what? Resultant. Now see here, your resultant is what you want to write? You want to write y equals to a sin omega t plus alpha. What are the things you want to calculate? You want to calculate a and you want to calculate alpha. Yes or no? To find a, it is very easy. If this is 4 and this is 3, what is this resultant? 4 and 3. You can take the resultant. What we have? We have the resultant a equals to root of a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos phi. So a equals to root of, so what you will get? a1 square means 4 the square plus 3 the square plus 2. 4 into 3 cos 90 degree. Okay, so cos 90 degree in the sense what? This is going to be what? 0. So your a will become 5. So this is what? The 5. And this is what? Your alpha. Okay, no need to go for alpha equals to tan inverse of something, not required. So simply if this is alpha and this is 5 is there, so this is 4 is there, obviously this is going to be 90. So if I write cos alpha, cos alpha. What is cos alpha? Adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So this is 4 and this is 5. So 4 divided by 5. So alpha equals to cos inverse of 4 by 5. So alpha equals to cos inverse of 4 by 5. This is going to be 30 degree, not 30, 37 degree. Okay. So cos inverse of 4 by 5 is nothing but 37 degree. So obviously you got the value of A also, you got the value of alpha also. So resultant is what? Already I mentioned before only that if I am writing the resultant, you have to take that wave whose phase is small. Here phase is omega t plus 120, here phase is omega t plus 30. So this is going to be a small phase. So I will write it as, so what we can write, A is what? A is going to be 5. So I will write it as 5 psi omega t plus 30. Already there. Add alpha to this one. Alpha is what? I will write it as, so I will write here A. So A is what? 5 sin omega t plus 30, and this is alpha is what? Alpha is 37. So your final answer is 5 sin omega t plus 67. So this is what going to be your final answer. Okay. So this is how we can get the final equation for a given problem. Okay. Now if I take another example, suppose if I take another example of similar kind. So y equals to 4 sin omega t plus 30 only I will take. Here I will take minus. So minus of what I can write is 3 sin omega t, 3 sin omega t minus I will write it as 60. Okay. Now if situation is like this, there is a difference. Here positive sign is there, there negative sign is there. We have to follow the standard format. Standard format is what? Positive is there. So we should take care that it should be positive. Remember this point. So I can convert this as y equals to 4 sin omega t plus 30. Can I write this as plus 3 sin omega, sin 180 plus omega t minus 60. Getting the point? Sin of 180 plus theta is what? Minus sin theta. Sin of 180 plus theta is minus sin theta. So that is why this will give you the same one. So now our what condition holds? Positive sign is there. So in the standard equation positive sign is there. So we can now apply. So what you will take? A1. Here it is. I will simplify that one. Y equals to 4 sin omega t plus 30 plus 3 sin omega t 180 minus 60 is going to be what? 120. I think again we will get the same equation. Again I got the same equation, omega t plus 30, omega t plus 120. So what is your A1? Again A1 is 4, A2 is 3. So what is the phase angle between them? Phase angle is 120 minus 30 is going to be 90 degrees. So again take the vector form. So vector form, this is going to be 4, this is going to be 3, this is 90 degree. Your resultant will come here. So your resultant is going to be what? 5. Okay. So if that is 5, A is going to be 5. So alpha is going to be alpha. What you can write? Again you can take it as this is what alpha. So write cos alpha equals to, so again adjacent divided by hypotenuse, so 4 by 5. So alpha equals to again 37 degree. So again your final equation is A is what? 5 sin omega t plus 30 is there as it is. So write 30 as it is. So 30 and this is what? Plus 37. Okay. So y equals to 5 sin omega t plus 67. Again I got the same equation as before. That is what the final answer. But what care we should take is this this equation, whichever they give, that should be in standard form. That is a1 sin omega t plus theta 1 plus a2 sin omega t plus theta 1 or phi 2. We should take care that we have to compare the given equation with the standard equation. Okay, this is how we can solve the problem. Similar but little different one. So what I can write, I will write as y equals to, I can write 4 sin omega t plus, instead of plus I will take it as minus, so 3 sin omega t, instead of minus 60 I will take plus 60. Okay, so if this is the case, we'll see what will happen. So it is not in standard form, we have to write in standard form. So standard form is 4 sin omega t plus 3 sin 180 plus omega t plus 60. Okay, so your standard form will become 4 sin omega t plus 3 sin omega t plus. So this is going to be what? This is going to be, you can write it as, instead of plus you can take, okay, whatever. This is going to be 240. Okay, so if this is 240, so now angle between these two, it is going to be, pi is going to be 240. Here to no phase difference. So angle between these two is what? 240. Okay, 240 means what? A1 you will take, A1 you have to take it as 4, A2 you have to take it as 3 because smaller phase. So if this is A1 you can take it as 4. Where A2 will come? Angle between these two you have to take 240. From here to here it is going to be 240. Okay, so this is what your 3, A2. Okay, now don't go alpha with this one. If this is the total angle, what is that? That is 120. This is going to be what? Your 120. Angle between these two is going to be 120. So your resultant will come on this side. So this is going to be alpha. Okay, now it is in reverse direction, means if you are taking it in clockwise direction, means so your equation will become what? Your final equation will become y equals to a sin omega t minus alpha. It is because you are taking in clockwise direction. Okay, so now how you can find the a1 and a2? With your vector addition it is not possible here, so you have to go with the normal equation only, that is 4 the square plus 3 the square plus 2 into 3 into 4 cos of angle is of cos of 120. Okay, so this is going to be 3 the square plus 4 the square 25 plus 2 into 3 4s are 12 into cos 120. Cos 120 I can write it as cos of 90 plus 30. Cos of 90 plus 30 is nothing but minus sine of 30. Minus sine of 30 means minus 1 by 2. So these two will get cancelled. So 25 minus 12, it is going to be root 30. Okay, 25 minus 12 is going to be root 30. This is what you are A1. So how we can find alpha? As usual, that standard equation tan inverse of a2 sin phi divided by a1 plus a2 cos phi. Okay, so you can do the calculation. So you will get the alpha value. Just to substitute wherever phi is there, you can take minus 1 by 2 directly. Okay, or you can substitute the value 120. So you will get the alpha value. Now standard equation is going to be what? Standard equation is going to be y equals to a is what? A is already what? Root 30 sin omega t minus alpha. Okay, minus alpha you have to take. If it is something omega t plus 30, then omega t plus 30 minus alpha. So calculate alpha and substitute the values. You will get it as the final equation. So I can now in different formula we have taken in all three problems. We have taken little different. So I will write the steps. What are the steps I have to follow? Okay. So first step is these two equations, if I take the standard equation y equals to a1 sin omega t plus theta 1 plus a2 sin omega t plus theta 2. First equation is these both the waves. So both equations should be in sine form. So you have to take it. If there one is sine, one is cos, means you have to convert into sine. Okay. Second one, the both omega t should be positive. Okay. So omega t part in both equations should be positive. Okay. That is nothing but the between these two waves there should be a positive sign between two waves. There should be positive sign, this one, positive sign between two waves or two wave equations. Okay. Next our problem is which one you have to take a1. Okay. So a1 is that value. A1 is amplitude of that wave whose phase is smaller. Okay. Out of these two waves, which is having the smaller phase, that is going to be a1 and remaining is going to be a2. Okay. So once you calculated the a1, so then you have to calculate the alpha. Okay. So if you take your a1, then you can calculate resultant A with vector addition, or with the help of vector form, and also we can find alpha. Right? Also we can find alpha there only. Okay. So next final equation is what? So final equation is y equals to a sin omega t plus alpha if alpha is anti-clockwise. If you have taken alpha as anti-clockwise, so it will become a sin omega t minus alpha if alpha is taken in clockwise direction. Okay, so here we are taken in clockwise direction. If you take anti-clockwise direction, you have to take plus. This is what minus. Okay, so then to which this alpha is going to be added. So add alpha to that wave whose phase is smaller. Okay. So these are the steps which you have to follow. So take the given equation, check both equations should be in sine form or not. They should be in sine form. Then omega t part should be positive. That take care we should take. Third is there should be a positive sign between two waves. This we have to check. If everything is okay, then a1 is amplitude of a1 is that amplitude whose phase is smaller. Okay. If this is smaller, it will become the first value. Then fifth one, calculate the resultant wave with the vector form. There only given alpha also. Final equation is a sin omega t plus alpha if alpha is anti-clockwise, a sin omega t minus alpha if alpha is clockwise. Then how to add the alpha? Add alpha to that value whose phase is small. Okay. So this is how we can find the final resultant wave equation when they give the combination of waves. Okay. So now suppose if I take one more simple example, not calculating all these things. Suppose you are having y equals to a sin omega t plus a sin omega t plus delta. Okay. If this is the case, find find angle between find the, you can simply write find the alpha, find alpha. Okay. So how we can find the alpha in this case? Okay, if this is the case, we can directly go with our standard form. So what is that? That is nothing but phi equals to, so tan inverse of what you can write, or simply you can take as tan pi. So tan pi equals to a2 sine phi divided by, so tan alpha not phi, alpha divided by phi divided by, so a1 plus a2 cos phi, a1 plus a2 cos phi. Okay. Now alpha equals to, or tan alpha equals to, a2 is what, a sine, this is what phase how we can calculate, phase we can calculate differentiating these two, omega t plus delta minus omega t, so it is going to be delta, so write sine delta divided by a plus a cos delta. Okay, so this you can write it as a sine delta divided by, take a outside, 1 plus cos delta. Okay, so a, so can you write sine delta as 2 sine delta by 2 cos delta by 2 whole divided by, so this a write as it is, this what you can write, 1 plus cos alpha means you can write as 2 cos square delta by 2, cos square delta by 2, so a 2 will get cancelled, 1 cos delta by 2 cos delta by 2 get cancelled, so it is going to be tan delta by 2, so this is what going to be tan alpha, so your alpha value is delta by 2. Okay, so this is what how they give the option, they may give delta by 2, delta by 4, or 2 delta or delta remaining, so out of that you have to choose, so your answer is going to be delta by 2. Okay.